They back Kennedy, everybody, Martin Luther King. That's not what the woke believe. They believe race is first and foremost the thing you should always see everywhere, which I find interesting because that used to be the position of the Ku Klux Klan, that we see race first and foremost everywhere.
Okay. Woo. All right, so where do we go with this stupidity here, okay? All right, guys, so I want to play a quick game. It's just 2 questions, and you guys tell me which one out of the 2 is the worst circumstance you can have, okay? So the first question is, what is worst, having a headache or having cancer? Go ahead, answer. Let me know in the comments which one is worse, okay? All right, so here's the second question. Which one is worse? Having a flat tire, you're driving your car and you boom, flat tire, okay? That's horrible. Or you're driving your car and your car blows up, okay? Blood and guts everywhere, okay? It is a major, like a movie explosion. Blood and guts everywhere. Nobody survives, okay? Which one is worse? Hopefully, I'm not going to have to clown you in the comments, okay? Hopefully you answered that honestly and you did it with integrity, okay? Because this guy right here, this guy is officially the biggest clown when it comes to clowns in politics, okay? Mr. Bill Maher and Joe Rogan, like Joe Rogan, he knows he's a clown. Why people listen to him for like actual real life advice will always confuse me. But you cannot, with an honest heart, have the caucasity, okay, have the caucasity to compare woke liberals, okay, whatever that really means, but okay, woke liberals to the KKK. Okay, it's like comparing who's those little kids that sell the candy, the Boy Scouts, okay? The Boy Scouts. We know they could be annoying. You're just trying to go to the grocery store and pick up a few things before the football game starts. And then you have these annoying little kids asking you for $1, a hard-earned dollar that you earned. Tell those little kids to get a job. But they asking you, begging and pleading you for $1 for some nasty candy, okay? It's like comparing them to Nazis. It's crazy. Why would you do that? Okay, I know those little kids is annoying, but they haven't killed people for fun, for sport, okay? They haven't done that. I know it's annoying, but they haven't gone that far just yet, okay? It's about to get real if you don't start giving those little kids dollars. They might start killing folks. But you think I'm joking. Let's go ahead. Watch this clip and you tell me, are they being honest?
Bill Maher has had it with woke progressives making everything about race. The comedian did not hold back on Joe Rogan's podcast, blasting some on the left and their fixation with skin color. Watch this.
And now every liberal kind of has to be a leftist. It's not if you want to be on the team, you got to subscribe to the most fringe ideas that the team is promoting.
Huh? You can be woke with all the nonsense that now implies, but don't say that somehow it's an extension of liberalism.
Right.
Because it's most often actually an undoing of liberalism.
Okay, hold on.
But don't say that
promoting.
You can be woke with all the nonsense that now implies, but don't say that somehow it's an extension of liberalism.
Right.
Because
okay, first off, there's no real definition of being woke. So like that's a confusing conversation on its own. But Bill is kind of right. Your old school, your grandfather's liberal is like a Joe Biden, okay? woke in the term that they're using is like free healthcare, free or extremely cheap education, higher wages, not just, $10 an hour. Like, that's ridiculous. Actual criminal justice reform. Like, to them, that's being woke. That's out of this world. Like, what? You want free healthcare? What? Joe Biden is not for that. He is never in his lifetime, which might be short, he is not going for that. So Bill is right. You can't inflate, you can't infuse progressive, I like to call it progressive, not woke, but whatever, with your mom and dad, your grandfather's liberals. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't mix. So he is essentially right about that. So leave these old folks alone. They don't want to progress America. Okay, like, that's clear, obviously.
It's most often actually an undoing of liberalism. I have always believed, as liberals do, for example, in a colorblind society. The goal is to not see race at all, anywhere, for any reason.
Yes.
That's what liberals always believed all the way through. Obama, going back, Kennedy, everybody, Martin Luther King. That's not what the woke believe. They believe race is first and foremost the thing you should all.
Okay, first off, please, Bill, please don't fix your old white lips to even stutter Martin Luther King, okay? Because I hate it when disingenuous people want to use my ancestors, my superheroes, into their negative, distorted talking points, okay? Martin Luther King understood his color played a major part in especially what was happening during his lifetime. His skin color, he knew, played a major part. That's why he did what he did. That's why he said what he said. That's why he championed what he championed, because of race. It wasn't despite race. Like you can't say that. Martin Luther King is Martin Luther King for a reason, because of race. Okay, that's not the crazy part yet. Let's listen.
Always see everywhere, which I find interesting because that used to be the position of the Ku Klux Klan, that we see race first and foremost everywhere.
Yeah.
Always see everywhere. They back Kennedy, everybody, Martin Luther King. That's not what the woke believe. They believe race is first and foremost the thing you should always see everywhere, which I find interesting because that used to be the position of the Ku Klux Klan, that we see race first and foremost everywhere.
Okay. Whew. All right. So, where do we go with this stupidity here? Okay. It's almost kind of sad that we have to break down this conversation from basic surface level to even less than that. Like, this is spoon feeding a child, not even a child, like an infant. Okay, with the baby food. This is how simple we have to break this down, and it's sad because we're supposed to be adults having adult conversations about adult topics, but he wants to compare, I guess, young people. He's not really being specific here, but young people with having race conversations on how race plays a part in their everyday life, which is a fact, because the white supremacists who went down into Florida to a predominant black community, going first to a HBCU and then going to a Dollar General to specifically target black people, like that's still a thing. Like, you can't say that's not true if it really happened and people died. So he wants to take race conversations to the KKK, who, yes, seen race first, but they actually killed folks because of their perception of race. We're just trying to have a conversation. I ain't killed nobody because of race. I'm just trying to have a conversation. I'm just trying to change some policies. I'm just trying to make a difference in my community. I ain't killed nobody. But he wants to compare. Jesus Christ, man. We need a full screen here, okay? This clown wants to have he wants to say the terrorism and the destruction that the KKK for decades caused. It wasn't just for a few years. It wasn't just for, one generation. You need to read something if you don't know, okay? He wants to compare that to young folks having a conversation. When did someone lose their life in the fight for woke? When did someone go down to, I don't know, a Walmart killing people in the name of woke? I don't know. Like, let me know. I don't get every news source. I don't see every article that comes out in the US, but when did someone kill a large amount of people in the name of criminal justice? Higher wages, free healthcare. Jesus. Do you understand what I'm saying? Probably not, because I have a lot of idiot trolls that, jump on my video and just love to just say random things. But there's no way on God's green, beautiful earth, okay, you can ever in your right mind compare the KKK, who killed people for fun, hung people for lynched them for fun, for no reason, no real reason. They hung people for looking at them wrong or being in the wrong neighborhood. So I guess that's a reason, but no sane person would consider that a reason. But you want to compare them to young folks being woke? Bill Maher is okay. I don't wish bad on anybody. Okay, maybe I do. Okay, after saying this, maybe I do. Okay, I just wish these older folks like this would go kick the bucket already. They just need to go disappear. Just you had a long, beautiful life. Okay, Bill Maher, I know you old as hell, but you had a long, beautiful life. But you are messing it up for me and my kids. I need God to expedite his contract with you. I don't know how else to say this without getting in trouble, but you are messing this up. You are messing up good, constructive conversations we could be having if you would just shut your lips. I don't even know what else to add to it. It was the most ignorant thing you could possibly say. Oh, sweet God. But of course, I have an open door policy. Okay, I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate with no conversation. If you think I'm wrong, if you think being woke, whatever that really means, first you gotta define what that really means, okay? Because being woke, at least to my sense on how they perceive it, is someone who is championing or wanting like free health care and let gay people just be gay, and like, okay. But if you think comparing that to the KKK historically and say they are the same, we need to have a conversation. Oh, sweet God of mine. We need to have a conversation, you and me, okay? Go ahead, join the Discord so we can have that conversation, or let me know in the comments what you think. And like always, let's have that conversation.